Hey guys, and I've messed up my intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to finish Series 4 of Beast Quest, the last chapter of Stealth, the Ghost Panther. Chapter 10, Home to Rrrinel. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Mango. And let's finish the series. Well, that's part of the series. There's a bunch more, but you know. Chapter 10, Home to Rrrinel. Shouting broke out behind Tom. He spun around, his sword at the ready, braced for another attack. The citizens of Aventia were flinging open the doors and windows of the houses around the square. They streamed out into the streets, laughing and shouting joyfully as they surrounded Tom and Elenna. "We're free! Well done! You killed the beast!" Tom seized his sword, almost overwhelmed by all the people who wanted to shake his hand or clap him on the shoulder. He pushed the collar with the last precious piece of the amulet into his pocket in case he dropped it in the crowd. "I did what I had to do," he said, "and I couldn't have done it without Elenna." Elenna grinned. Then the people grew quieter and moved back. Tom saw that the palace door had opened, and King Hugo was striding across the square towards him. Tom began to kneel as his king approached, but King Hugo grasped him by the shoulders and drew him into an embrace. "You've saved Aventia again," he exclaimed, releasing Tom. He added, "I'm sorry for locking you out of the palace earlier. The risk was just too great." "I understand," Tom replied. "You were only trying to protect the kingdom." With an arm around his shoulders, King Hugo led Tom back towards the palace. Elenna followed, leading Storm, with Silver bounding alongside. A golden light was glowing beyond the palace roof, showing where the sun would rise. Marvel's evil had vanished, along with the night. Inside the palace courtyard, a servant led Storm away to be groomed and fed, while King Hugo took Tom and Elenna inside. Excuse me. Silver padded quietly along behind them. The king led Tom and Elenna down the stairs and along a stone passage to a heavy door studded with brass nails. "This is the armor room," Tom realized. "That's right," said King Hugo, "and the very end of your quest will happen here." Tom followed him into the room. It was familiar to him from the start of his second beast quest. When he recovered the golden armor, he remembered the rough stone walls and the torches in metal holders and the wooden stand for the armor that stood in the middle of the room. King Hugo's master of arms stood beside the wooden stand. He smiled as he saw Tom and Elenna. "Welcome back," he said. His pet ferret poked its head out of his pocket and added a friendly squeak. Silver let out a questioning whine as he spotted the little creature, and Elenna rested a hand on his neck. "It's all right, boy," she murmured. "He's a friend." Wizard Elder stepped forwards. "Well done, Tom," he said. "Your courage has saved Aventia once again." Embarrassed, Tom exchanged a glance with Elenna. "We did it together." "And now you must finish your quest," Elder went on. "Come." He gestured for Tom to approach a small table that stood beside the wall. A crimson velvet cushion lay upon it. "That is the rightful resting place of the Amulet of Aventia," the wizard said. Tom took the leather thong from around his neck and laid the amulet carefully on the velvet cushion. Then he pulled Stealth's collar out of his pocket and unfastened the final scrap of gold. He fitted it carefully into the gap that waited for it. Golden light flared up, filling the room and dazzling Tom's eyes. He heard Elenna's gasp in surprise. When the light faded, Tom saw that the amulet of Aventia was complete once more. He drew a long breath of satisfaction. That's what King Hugo meant. Now my beast quest is already over. And here is the amulet sitting comfortably on the crimson cushion. On like a pedestal of some kind. "Tom, look!" Elenna exclaimed. Tom turned to see that the suit of golden armor had disappeared on the wooden stand. The master-at-arms had already taken out a handkerchief and was polishing the gleaming breastplate. Then a man stepped out from behind the golden armor. Tom caught his breath as he recognized his father, Teledon. But he had never seen Teledon looking like this before. He seemed taller and broader than ever. His eyes shone, and the pink of good health glowed in his cheeks. He put his arms around Tom in a tight embrace. This time, Tom could feel the warmth and strength of his father. It was how he had always dreamed of meeting his father, too. "Congratulations, Tom," Teledon said, stepping back. "And you too, Elenna. I'm proud of you both. I knew you wouldn't fail me. The whole of Aventia owes them thanks," Wizard Elder said. King Hugo led the way out of the armor room and back up the stairs to his throne room. The balcony windows stood open, and Tom could hear the sound of the crowd outside in the square. "Come, Teledon," King Hugo said. "I must announce your return." The noise outside swelled to a welcoming roar as the king and Teledon stepped out into the balcony. Tom and Elenna followed them, with Silver close behind them. Morning sunlight lit up the square, and the crowds of people who were still streaming in from all directions. King Hugo raised his hands for silence. But it was a while before he could make himself heard. "Good citizens of Aventia," he began, "I bring you wonderful news. The kingdom's greatest hero, Teledon the Swift, has finally returned. Teledon stepped forwards to take a bow, and the crowd went wild, waving and cheering and tossing their hats into the air. Now that Teledon is here, what are you going to do? Elenna asked Tom, as his father waved to the crowd. Here's King Hugo and Teledon, welcoming them, welcoming back at Teledon. The crowd. Bleh. Here is the crowd welcoming back Teledon the Swift. Tom heard footsteps behind him and looked around to see that Wizard Alderu was watching them closely, a gentle smile on his face. Are you glad your journey is over? He asked. Do you want to go home to Rrrinel? Tom opened his mouth to reply and stopped. He had often felt homesick for his village, and longed to see his aunt and uncle again. But he found it hard to imagine settling back into life at the forge. Something in Alderu's voice, or the gleam in his eyes, sent a prickle of knowledge creeping up Tom's spine. I'm not going back to Rrrinel, am I? Alderu shook his head, as the cheers of the crowd echoed in their ears. He drew Tom and Elenna back into the shadows of the throne room. You will have some time to spend with your family. With your father, the good wizard promised. But after that, you may be needed elsewhere. His finger curled, beckoning. Follow me. I have something to show you. The most difficult quests are yet ahead. The most difficult quests are yet ahead. Tom exchanged a glance with Elenna. He didn't know what Wizard Alderu meant, but he realized that his path was leading him to new dangers. His breath came faster, and he shivered with a mixture of fear and excitement. Am I ready? He asked himself. Beside him, Elena's eyes were shining, and Silver had cocked his head alertly. As if he wanted to set out right away. Yes, Tom straightened his shoulders as triumph flooded through him. While there's blood in my veins, I'll serve Eventia. And that was Stealth, the Ghost Panther. And the end of Series 6. Well, hope you guys will join me somewhat soon. I don't know. Right now it's kind of random when I upload these. I almost didn't make this one, because it's like 6:30 at night. Or something like that. It's pretty much dark outside. So, yeah. Hope you guys will join me next time in the Series 5. I have to... Oops, I accidentally knocked the stand a bit. Hold on, I have to get my unpreparedness ready, I guess. Hope you will join me all next time I read Beast Quest. We'll be reading Series 5. I don't know what this one is called. A New Kingdom, probably? I don't know. Series 5. A New Kingdom. And yeah. Hope you all like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos. Alright. Cheers, everybody. And bye-bye for now.